Welcome back to the Washington Nationals MLB 26 franchise. We are in the 2030 World Series. We are up 2-0 as the series shifts back to Seattle. And the Mariners got to do some work here. We're going to have to at least win 2 out of 3, where we need to win 2 out of 3 to end the series. See the scores of the first game. Got off to a quick start, 6-1 lead. Held on at the end and got that Game 2 victory. Now we go to Game 3 on the road. Hoping our hot bats and our hot pitching can continue. We have another good young pitcher on the mound for Seattle tonight in Ryan Sloan. It's Game 3 of the World Series. MLB The Show 26. Like I said, Ryan Sloan on the mound for the Mariners. See his excellent postseason. They've gotten great pitching in the postseason, but we've kind of shut down their hitting in the series so far, so they're going to have to rely on that pitching to keep it close. And first man up is Tom McVeigh. First pitch of the game. It's in for a strike, and that's how we start Game 3. McVeigh with another outstanding postseason. 0-1 pitch from Sloan on the way. There's a ground ball knocked down by Naylor. Flip to the pitcher, and there's a first out here in Game 3. Check out our lineup. Everything stays the same. No need to change. We're doing great offensively, so I'm just going to stick with this hopefully the entire series. And stepping in, one of our hottest hitters in the World Series, C.J. Abrams. Nobody on and 1 out here in the top of the first. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Sloan. There's a high fly ball in the left field. Racing over is Stowers, and he's going to settle and have that. And that'll be the second out here in the first inning. TJ just missed that one. Kind of a jam shot, actually. And that'll bring in Langford. A couple of big hits in Game 2. And step in and try and get a 2-out rally going. There's a 1-1 pitch from Sloan. There's a shot into right field. Adele racing back, and he's got it with the over-the-shoulder catch for the third out. Not an easy catch there. So we go down 1-2-3. Now we head to the bottom of the first. No score. And on the mound tonight for us is going to be Cade Horton. I switched him and Singer in the rotation because I wanted Horton to pitch if we had to go to a Game 7. I want him on the mound and not Brady Singer. I'm much better at pitching with Horton than Singer. So that's why Cade is getting the Game 3 start instead of Game 4. First man up will be Ian Happ back at DH tonight. First pitch to him. Check swing strike. There we go. Good start there already by Cade. You can keep their bats in check tonight. 1-1 count. Happ homer to start Game 2. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Racing back is Wood, and he's got it on the run right at the edge of the track. Again, not an easy play there. See the Mariners, they go back to the lineup they used in Game 1. Like I said before, very stacked lineup, and we've held them in check so far. Now Raleigh stepping in. Held him to a single so far in the series. Nobody on, 1 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch from Cade. And swing and miss, he strikes out on the changeup for the second out here in the inning. First K for Horton. Now to bring in Stowers. Dangerous bat there. Has a hit in the series. Actually, I think he has 2 hits in the series. 2-2 count. And a pitch from Horton on the way. There's a little flare over short, and that's going to drop for a base hit to left field. So the Nationals don't get a 1-2-3 inning. The Mariners do get a man on with 2 outs. That'll bring in their cleanup hitter, Joe Adele. Plenty of power in that bat. As you can see that 1,057 OPS. Only 1 home run in the postseason, though. 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a high 4-seamer. So Horton pitches around the 2-out single. Keeps this game tied at 0-0 as we head to the second inning. Wood, Pasquantino, and Okamoto coming up for us. And there's James. See his stellar postseason. If he can get on base and get something going here in the second inning. 0-2 count, though. Here's a pitch from Sloan. There's a shot down the left field line. Fair down into the corner. Wood rounding first on his way to second. And there we go. A leadoff double. Gets a man in scoring position to start the second inning. Great piece of hitting there by James. See this replay. Takes the outside pitch and just shoots it down the line. And there we go. Just what we needed. Get that rally started. Man in scoring position right off the rip. That'll bring in Vinny, Mr. Home Run, 6 in the postseason, 3 already in this World Series. RBI chance early for him. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Sloan. There's a high fly ball in a center field. Racing back is Rodriguez to the track, to the wall, and he's got it. Wood tags. He's going to move up to third on the play. Vinny just missed another home run. Pinned him up against the wall. Rodriguez, yeah, I had it. We're all good, guys. So, again, a man on third and 1 out. Good RBI chance here for Okamoto. There's a high fly ball into left center field. Racing over is Rodriguez. Wood's going to tag. Here's the catch. Here's the throw. And he's going to be safe. There we go. So we get on the board first here in Game 3. Sac fly by Okamoto. That'll bring in Dunbar now with nobody on and 2 out. See if we can get another rally started. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball right field, and that one is gone. Jeremy Dunbar. Yeah, he does keep the rally going. He smokes a line drive home run to right field and gives us a 2-0 lead here in Game 3. That got out of here in a hurry. Wasn't very high, but it was just a laser beam. And yeah, all right, there's our 2-out rally. See the replay. He went down and got that pitch and just smoked it to right field. And our rookie is having a great postseason. Replay again, 5.6 hang time, so it got out of here quick. That'll bring in Eli Willits now. He's had 3 hits in the series and a couple of doubles. Here's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Rodriguez, and that ball is gone! Eli Willits goes back-to-back with Dunbar with 2 outs. Apo Taco to the left field bullpen, and wow, all right. 3 runs in the inning. Wasn't expecting the 2 2-out home runs. But there we go. I said Eli's got power. Hit 25 during the regular season. You see this replay. Just takes the outside pitch and drives it to the gap. And just like that, we have a 3-0 lead here in Game 3. All right, that'll bring in Harry. Hey, can we go back-to-back-to-back? I wouldn't mind that at all. Nobody on and 2 outs. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Sloan. There's a high fly ball in left center field. Racing over is Rodriguez, and he's got it on the warning track. He almost went back-to-back-to-back. So the Nationals plate 3 runs in the inning, a couple of home runs late. We're up 3-0 now as we head to the bottom of the second inning. And leading off for the Mariners will be center fielder Julio Rodriguez, who was very busy in this top of the second inning. 0-2 count and the pitch. There's a high fly ball to left field, and that one is not coming back. So Rodriguez responds and says, oh yeah, well I have power too, and we're going to cut that lead back down to 3-1. See his second postseason home run, first of the series. That's at least his 5th hit in the series too, so he has been getting on base. He takes the nice slow trot there to get the Mariners their first run of the game. See the replay. Yeah, that was belt high over the middle of the plate. He did not miss that one at all. Can't throw pitches there. That'll bring in Cole Young. So he's got 2 hits in the postseason. 2 for 3 in Game 1. 3-2 count and the pitch. And he swings over the sweeper and strikes out. So that's a first out here in the bottom of the second inning. 3rd strikeout for Horton. See this replay. Kind of a backdoor sweeper. And he can't reach it. Nasty pitch. And that'll bring in Josh Young. Nobody on and 1 out. Mariners down 3-1. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Horton. And high fly ball to right field. Racing over is Wood. Plenty of room. He's going to settle and have it for the second out. Nice high fly ball. Wood can chase down. And that'll bring in Naylor. Not having the greatest postseason. Not having the greatest World Series. Nobody on and 2 out. Works the count full. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 called at the knees. So that ends the inning. But Julio Rodriguez gets Mariners on the board with that solo shot to left. We're up 3-1 now as we head to the 3rd inning. And the first man up for us in the 3rd inning is going to be leadoff man Tom McVeigh. Grounded out to start the game. his excellent postseason so far. Tying the count 0-2. Here's a pitch from Sloan, and as a three-hopper through the infield for a base hit. There we go. We get our leadoff man on here in the third innings. We're trying to get that run back. McVay's just been doing a phenomenal job in the postseason as the leadoff man. That'll bring in CJ. You know what's going to happen on the first pitch. There he goes. Pitches a strike. Throw down, and he's in safe. And we have a man in scoring position right away. Nobody outs here in the third. CJ behind 1-2. Long look by Sloan. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in center field, and there it goes. See you later as CJ goes deep again. His third of the postseason, his second in this series. And just like that, we have a 5-1 lead here in Game 3 as the Power Bats have showed up in this series. 429 to center field. He just absolutely nuked that pitch. It backed up over the middle of the plate, and CJ's like, yeah, I hit the crap out of that one. High, towering shot to center field. 106.5, 429. And that'll bring in Langford now. See, he's 3 for 10 in the series. Nobody on and nobody out. 4-run lead now. There's the 1-2 pitch from Sloan. There's a ground ball second base. Young's got it. Throw to first. And that's a first out here in the third inning. Man, Sloan must feel like he's just been ambushed here. He's given up 5 hits on the fastball. Might try and throw something else. Here's the first pitch to Wood. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Stowers. And he's got it just shy of the track. Wood hit that just a little too high. And that's the second out here in the top of the third. That'll bring in Vinny. Fly it out to the center field wall. His first time up. Nobody on and 2 outs. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a rip right at Naylor. He snags this screaming line drive to end the inning. But CJ with a big 2-run homer expands our lead out to 5-1 as we head to the bottom of the third inning here in Game 3 of the World Series. And we're going to hop ahead all the way to the top of the fifth. Nothing happened in the bottom of the third, top of the fourth, bottom of the fourth. So Troy Taylor, who's come in and given up 3 runs in the 2 games in this series, they're going to trot him out there again. Thank you very much. And first man up is going to be Harry Ford, lead off the top of the 5th inning. We still have a 5-1 lead. 1-1 count on him. Here's Taylor's pitch. There's a fly ball into right field towards the line. Racing over is Adele, and he's got it just in fair territory for the first out here in the 5th inning. Long run on that play, and that'll bring McVay. Single, stole second, scored on CJ's home run his last time. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch from Taylor. There's a fly ball in the left field. Stowers racing over a couple of steps. He's going to have it. That's 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. That'll bring in CJ now with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into right center field. Racing over is Rodriguez, and it is gone! He did it again! CJ, second home run of the night, his 3rd home run of the series. He catches up to Vinny in that department, and he is having a World Series. Man, he is making up for lost time not being able to play in last year's postseason. And another pitch right down the middle, another pitch hammered into the seats. And just like that, it is 6-1, and Langford's going to step in now with nobody on and 2 outs. Man, CJ, I don't know if you want to walk him because he can steal his way into scoring position. 0-2 count and the pitch, and there's a high fly ball in the right center field. Rodriguez racing over, and he got it on the run. Long running catch there to take away an extra base hit. But CJ, another home run, and now we're up 6-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the first man up for Seattle here in the 5th going to be second baseman Cole Young. Struck out his first time. They have just been ambushed by our offense. 1-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Horton. And swing and miss. He strikes him out on a high fastball, and that's the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Strikeout number 5 for Cade. That'll bring in Young. He flied out his first time. So he has a couple hits in the series. Nobody on and 1 out. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's a little line drive, soft line drive to CJ. Wasn't sure if that was going to be short hopped or not. And that's a second out here in the 5th inning. That'll bring in Naylor with nobody on and 2 outs. First pitch to him. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing over is Langford, and that ball is down and off the wall. Throw comes back in, and Naylor's going to be in with a 2-out double. So Seattle trying to get a 2-out rally going here. Trying to peck away at the lead. See this replay. Told you Naylor has some extra base power. Drives that pitch over Langford's head. Luckily, there was nobody on base. Now Seattle trying to mount a 2-out rally. Otto Lopez, hitless in the series, going to step in, trying to get a 2-out hit. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive caught by CJ for the 3rd out. He takes away a base hit. And we survive the 2-out double by Naylor. Hang on to this 6-1 lead now as we head to the 6th inning. And we would go out down 1-2-3 in the top of the 6th, so we're going to go straight to the bottom half, and Ian Happ's going to lead things off for the Mariners. He's down 0-2. There's a pitch from Horton. There's a ground ball at first base. McVay's got it. He'll race to the bag, so there's 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. I'll bring in Raleigh. He's 0-2 on the night. 1 hit in the series. Handled him pretty well so far. 1-1 pitch from Horton on the way. There's a ground ball to third, snagged by Okamoto. Easy throw to first, and there we go. 2 up, 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th. Horton on a roll. Now bring in Stowers. He's 1 for 2 with a single. He's got at least 3 hits in the series so far. 2-2 count. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left field towards the corner, and that ball is gone for a home run. Had to wait to see if that was going to curve foul or not, but Stowers gets his first home run of the postseason. Goes Apo Taco down the left field line, and that cuts the lead down to 6-2. Like I said, the Mariners trying to chip away at this lead. Said all series, Stowers has plenty of power. He shows it there. See how much he sliced that ball. So had to wait to see if that was going to stay fair. He just keeps it fair. Now bring in Adele now with nobody on and 2 outs. He's down 4 runs now. 1-2 count on him. There's the pitch from Horton. 1 hopper to second base. CJ's got it. Throw to first. That's the 3rd out. But Stowers takes Horton deep. Gets a run back that they gave up earlier. And now it's a 4-run game as we head to the 7th. We're going to go to the bottom of the 7th. We would go down 1-2-3 again in the top half. So Jason Foley's going to come in and relieve Horton. See what he's done in the postseason. Been phenomenal since we picked him up in a trade in July. Replacing Fairbanks in the bullpen. And Julio's going to step in. He homered back in the 2nd inning. Going to try and get this 7th inning started for the Mariners. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Foley. There's a line drive. Base hit to center field. So they do get their leadoff man on here in the 7th inning. Got to be careful because he has a lot of stolen base prowess. That's going to bring in Cole Young 0 for 2 with 2 Ks tonight. Handled him pretty well. 0-1 count. Here's a pitch from Foley. There's a tapper up the first base line. McVay's got it and flips to the pitcher. And that's the 1st out as Rodriguez moves up on the play. Hit way too slow to turn 2. And that'll bring in Young. He's 0 for 2 in the night. Got a man in scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. He's behind 1-2. There's the pitch from Foley. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a high 4-seamer, and that's a 2nd out here in the 7th inning. Great pitch there by the veteran Foley. Keep that runner at 2nd. Now to bring in Naylor. Hit a double off the center field wall his last time up. And on 2nd, 2 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. And it's a high fly ball into center field. Racing back is Langford, and he's not going to get it. That ball is out of here. As Naylor, his 2nd extra base hit in a row. 2-run shot. Cuts this down to a 2-run lead. As Foley got that pitch way over the middle of the plate, and Naylor made him pay. And we don't need this guy's bat waking up. Like I said, they have a deep lineup, but it's been confined to the top half for the most part. He gets his first postseason home run. Here's the replay. And where's it at? Yeah, belt hot. You can't put that ball there. And he absolutely crushed that pitch to center field. All of a sudden, the lead gets cut in half. Said they've been trying to chip away at the lead. Now to bring in Lopez. 0 for 2 tonight. Hitless in the series. Trying to get on and start a 2-out rally. Continue a 2-out rally. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Willits got it. Turns, throws, and he guns him down for the 3rd out. But Josh Naylor, big 2-run homer, brings the Mariners 2 runs closer. So we head to the 8th inning. We're only up 6-4. And new pitcher coming out of the pen for the Mariners. Going to be right-hander Ben Joyce. See, he's done a great job. 7 games, 9 innings, only a 1 ERA. Lefties have been hitting him well, though. And CJ, 2 for 3 with 2 home runs on the night. 3 home runs in the series. See if he can get a rally started here. Behind 1 and 2. Here's the pitch from Joyce. And there's a base hit to left field, so he will get the inning started with a base hit. His 4th hit of the night. And you know, with his legs, we're going to try and steal right away. Langford at the plate. There goes CJ. Here's the pitch. Strike, throw down, and he's in safe. So we get the man in scoring position right away. See if Langford, it'll help his clutch rating. 0-1 count on him. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field towards the corner. Adele racing over on the edge of tracks. Got it. CJ tags, and he's going to move up to 3rd on the play. It's a wild throw coming into the plate. So we're going to have a man on 3rd and less than 2 outs. Great RBI chance here if Wood can just get the ball on the ground to the right side or to the outfield anywhere. 1 for 3 with a double tonight. 1-0 count. Infield playing in for the play at the plate. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right center field. That should be deep enough to get the runner home. Adele at the track. He leaps, and it's gone! Oh, he just needed a fly ball to get the runner home, and he does better than that as it just gets over the wall. And that's a 2-run shot by James Wood. His 3rd of the postseason, his 1st in the World Series. The boys are loving it. As Adele, I wasn't sure if he's going to catch or not, had to leap, and then he didn't get it. And just like that, we're back to a 4-run lead. Man, we are hitting a bunch of home runs in this series. See this replay. Sinking pitch, he goes down and gets it. Adele's there, he's just waiting. Times his leap, and it was off the fence behind the wall for a home run. Now I'll bring in Vinny. He's 0 for 3 on the night. 4 hits in series, and 3 of them are home runs. I don't know if you guys watch Fiend Franchise or not, but I was watching his Cardinals series, and he said there might have been an update. There's a ground ball to short, and that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. Wondering if there's been an update because he's having a whole lot of high-scoring games in his Cardinals World Series against the Angels. And I'm playing on basically default sliders, so I don't know what's going on. Okamoto's going to step in. He's 0 for 2 with a sac fly. 0-2 count. Here's a pitch from Joyce. And the ground ball, second base. Going to be grabbed there by Young. Throw to 1st, and that's the 3rd out. But James Wood goes deep. Big fly. 2-run shot. Expands it back out to a 4-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. And new pitcher for us going to be lefty Jose Alvarado. See, he's done great in the postseason in 2 games so far this year. Was great in last year's postseason as well. Ian Happ, the first man he's going to face, and here's a line shot into right center field. That's going to get down, go all the way to the wall. So the Mariners going to have a man on scoring position to start the inning as Langford gets it back in, and Happ is in with a leadoff double. At least we kept him in the ballpark. Now I'll bring in Cal Raleigh. First pitch to him. There's a ground ball past CJ into right center field. Runner around 3rd. He's going to score, and it rolls all the way to the wall. Wood gets it. Raleigh around 2nd, headed for 3rd. Wild throw coming back in, and they're going to get a ground ball triple. Are you kidding me? By the catcher. He's hit a ground ball that CJ couldn't get to here. Watch this replay. CJ playing up the middle to hold the runner. Can't field the ground ball, and it just rolls all the way through our outfielders to the wall. And Raleigh, not the greatest speed, but decent speed for a catcher, goes all the way to 3rd. And now they have a man on 3rd and nobody out for Stowers, who's 2 for 3 with a homer and a single. Man on 3rd and nobody out. First pitch to Stowers, and here's a ground ball. Base hit past Okamoto down the left field line. and that's going to get all the way to the wall. And they're going to have 3 extra base hits to start this inning as Stowers slides in with an RBI double. And yeah, 3 batters just erased that 2-run homer by Wood, and it's back to a 2-run lead as he goes for his 3rd hit. This one a line shot to left field. And Alvarado's come in, got nobody out, giving up 2 runs. And that's going to be it for him. He has just been snake bit this game. He's pitched great, but hasn't been able to get anybody out. This inning, we're going back to Louis. Try and shut this down right now as the tying run's going to be at the plate for him. That's Joe Adell, 0 for 3 with a strikeout and 2 groundouts. 3-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And he swings and misses and strikes out on that slow knuckle curve. That's a big strikeout there as the runner has to stay at second base. Got him way out in front. Here's the ump cam. And he's way out in front. That's his 2nd strikeout of the game. And that'll bring in Julio. He's 2 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him. High fly ball in the center field. Racing back is Langford. To the track, to the wall. Up against the wall. He's got it. Runner on second tagged. He's going to go to third. Julio just missed a home run. That'll bring in Cole Young now with man on third and 2 outs. Going to take a base hit to get another run in. He's 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. 3-1 count and the pitch. There's a high fly ball into left center field. Racing over is Dunbar and Langford, and Dunbar grabs it on the run. Nice running catch there. Not known for his defense. Louis loved that. It saved a run. Now we have an 8-6 lead as we go to the 9th. New pitcher for the Mariners is going to be Andrew Nardi, the lefties. First time we faced him in this series. You can see he's not had a good postseason. First man he's going to face is Jeremy Dunbar, 1 for 3 with a line drive home run. If he can get a rally started here. 1-0 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, and it's grabbed by Naylor. Turns and throws, and the pitcher beats him to the bag. I said before, Naylor's got a lot of range to his right. Great play there, and that makes the first out here in the 9th inning. That'll bring in Eli. He's 1 for 3 with a home run. Got 2 doubles and a homer. He's got at least 4 hits in the series. Full count on him. Here's the pitch. And high for ball 4. There we go. Get our man on base. See if we can expand this lead. Wish he had more stolen base prowess, though. And that'll bring in Harry. He's 1 for 3 on the night. 3 for 10 in the series. Man on first. 1 out. 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a smash over short, and that's going to get down, go all the way to the wall. Willett's around second, digging for third. He's rounding third. They're going to send him home, and Harry Ford is going to come through with a big RBI double to give us a 9-6 lead here in the 9th inning. There we go, Harry, his 4th hit of the series. Just a rope over the shortstop, and Willits has plenty of speed to get in from first base. And that's a big run right there. Give us a 3-run lead. And now McVay steps in. 1 for 4 tonight. 4 hits in the series. Another man in scoring position with 1 out. See if he can drive him in. Here's the 1-1 pitch. The pop-up. Third base side. Foul territory over by the stands. And Young's going to have just enough room for the out. And that's the second out there. That'll bring in CJ. 3 for 4. 2 homers, a single, 3 RBIs, 3 runs, a stolen base. He's filled the stat sheet tonight. See if he can get another RBI here. Nardi comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line drive, base hit past third base, into left field. Runners around third. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he is out at the plate. Wow, Ford has really good speed for a catcher, but Stowers with a great throw guns him down at the plate to keep this at a 9-6 lead for the Nationals as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. We get a defensive sub here. Buxton goes to center. Langford goes to left as he comes in for Dunbar. And new pitcher, Joan Duran, coming in for the 3rd straight night. Trying to hold on to a 3-run lead this time. He's 4 for 4 in saves. And 1 win in his 5 appearances this postseason. First man up is going to be Josh Young, 0 for 3 with a strikeout tonight. 2 hits in the series. Got to keep these guys off base. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Duran. There's a little blooper in the right field. Racing it is Wood, and he'll have that for the first out. There we go. Keep that leadoff man off base. That'll bring in Josh Naylor. He's already got a double and a 2-run homer tonight. Hottest man in their lineup right now, besides Julio. 1-1 count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing back is Langford, and that ball is gone into the bullpen. Naylor, his second home run of the game, second home run of the postseason, third hit of the night, all extra base hits. And we have a new guy to worry about in the bottom half of their order as he cuts us down to a 2-run lead. Man, just drove that pitch the opposite way. See this replay. Yeah, out the field on the outside part of the plate. And he is having a night tonight. He and CJ battling for player of the game. And that'll bring in Otto Lopez. He's 0 for 10 in the series, 0 for 3 tonight. Nobody on and 1 out here in the ninth. Seattle needs a base runner to bring the tying run to the plate. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And strike 3 called at the knees on the splitter. And that's a second out here in the ninth inning. Lopez is now 0 for 11 in the series. See this replay. Nasty pitch right over the heart of the plate, but at the knees. Locks him up. And a big second out for Duran. And that'll bring in Ian Happ. 1 for 4 on the night. Has home run power. Got a double tonight. The 0-2 pitch from Duran. Swing and a miss. He strikes him out on the 12-6. And we finish this game off. Get a 9-7 win. Take a 3-0 lead in the World Series. As both teams were hitting the ball all over the ballpark tonight. We had just enough there at the end. And the Mariners now have to win 4 straight games. We just need to win 1 of the next 4. And we are 1 step away from a repeat World Championship. See this box score, line score. Horton only gives up 2 runs in 6 innings. Abrams 4 hits, 2 home runs, 3 RBI. Naylor 3 hits, 2 home runs. And just need 1 more win, guys. 1 more win, and it's mission accomplished. See Horton's 3-0 now, and Duran with his 5th save in the postseason. 1 more win, and we get that thing 1 more time. All right, check this box score. Gonna be a busy one. 4 hits for Abrams, 2 hits for Wood, 2 hits for Ford. Only 1 strikeout, 1 walk. We had 2 doubles and 5 home runs. A couple of steals. Horton had a great start, but Foley and Alvarado ran into trouble. Barland had a good, clean inning. Duran gave up the solo shot, but it didn't matter at the end. Go to the other side. 3 hits for Stowers, 2 for Rodriguez, 3 for Naylor, 3 doubles, a triple, 4 home runs for them, so their bats woke up. Sloan had a terrible start. Joyce gave up 2 runs. Nardi gave up a run. Taylor gave up a run. Hicks was the only one that didn't give up a run as we get the win in Game 3. And now, Game 4. Can we get the sweep and get our back-to-back World Series championships? Are we going to have to take it to a Game 5? Seattle firmly with their backs against the wall. They got to win every game the rest of the way. And we have 2 shots here in Seattle, 2 more back at home. We look at the scores from the series. Seattle, their bats woke up, but their pitching fell apart. And our bats have been hot all series. This is going to be a tough one for Seattle. On the mound for them, Mike Burrows is going to make his playoff debut. Tough task for him. And on the mound for us, Brady Singer finished 3rd in the Cy Young in the National League this year. It's the Washington Nationals. Looking for that repeat. Looking for a sweep. It's the Seattle Mariners. They got to find some pitching in this game desperately. It's Game 4 of the World Series here on MLB The Show 26. There he is, Mike Burrows on the mound. That's what he did during the regular season. And not anything spectacular there. Tough task to come in and make your first start in the postseason in the World Series, down 3-0. And look at his stats there. Home runs per 9 at 58. Doesn't have the greatest stamina either. First man up is Tom McVay. First pitch of the game is strike as he just clips the zone. Quickly down 0-2. Here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball. Base hit to center field. So McVay with a big 0-2 single to start the game here in Game 4. You know what's going to happen. First pitch to Abrams. There he goes. Strike, throw down. He's in safe. Ran on an off-speed pitch there. Now we have man in scoring position right off the rip. Full count on CJ. 4 hits and 2 homers in game 3. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball third, grabbed by Young. Throw to first as McVay goes back to the bag. And that's the first out here in the first inning. And step in Wyatt Langford, having a really good postseason. Man in scoring position. That clutch is going to kick in now. 0-2 count. And the pitch. And it's ground ball second base. Grabbed there by Young. Throw to first. And that's the second out as McVay moves up to third on the play. And Wood will step in now. Man on third, 2 out. Had a big home run late in game 3. Proved to be the difference in the game. 2-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Burrows. And swings and misses and strikes out on the changeup. Way out in front of that pitch. That's a third out. So we get a man on, get him scoring position. Can't get him in. So we head to the bottom of the first inning. We're still scoreless. And on the mound for us, like I said, Brady Singer had the roughest postseason out of all of our starting pitchers. Hopefully we get a good start out of him tonight. He does throw the sinker, so hopefully that'll keep the ball in the ballpark because their bats are heating up. And a first man up for Seattle, Ian Happ. First pitch of the game is low for a ball. See, Happ's not had the greatest postseason so far. Hopefully that'll continue. 1-2 count. And the pitch. Strike 3 as he swings and misses on that sinker down and away. That's the first out here in the bottom of the first. See their lineup. Exact same one they'll be using all series against right-handed pitching. I actually would move Naylor high in the order, but hey, that's their... Rally's going to step in now with nobody on and 1 out. We've handled him most of the series, although he did hit that ground ball triple in the last game. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Check swing. Strike 3. That's the second out here in the first inning as Singer gets back-to-back Ks. That'll bring in Stowers. He had 3 hits and a home run in game 3. There's a ground ball. Base hit to center field. So his hot World Series continues as the Mariners get a man on here with 2 out in the bottom of the first. That'll bring in Adele. See his postseason numbers. Plenty of power. Just hasn't done much of it here in the postseason. 0-2 count on him. Here's the pitch from Singer. There's a high fly ball into right field. Wood racing back, and he's got it for the third out. So hard hit ball, but right at James Wood in right field. Get a man on, can't get him in. We're scoreless after 1. And leading off here in top of the second, Vinny Pasquantino with his 3 home runs in the World Series. Head and count 3-1. Here's the pitch. High for ball 4, so there we go. With our leadoff man on here in the second inning. Second inning in a row, we get a leadoff man on. That'll bring in Okamoto. First pitch to him. They ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. So we get the first 2 men on here in the second inning. As Vinny has to stop at second base. So 2 on and nobody out. And rookie Jeremy Dunbar at the plate hit a home run in game 3. Prime RBI chance early in this game. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball into center field. Rodriguez racing back at the track near the wall. He's got it. Catch, throw, and Vinny's taking off for third. And he's going to be in safe, so he's going to move up on the play. We have men at the corners now with 1 out. Eli at the plate. Been very hot in the World Series. Just need to get this ball to the outfield, give us a lead. 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in right field, and that one is gone. Eli Willits with a 3-run shot gets the scoring started here in game 4. Man, he is just absolutely scorching hot in this World Series. 2 doubles, 2 home runs. Both home runs here in Seattle. And yeah, our offense, I don't know what it is, but we are just hitting shots right and left. See the replay on this ball. Absolutely hammered that pitch. Would not expect him to have this kind of World Series after going hitless in the LCS, but I'll take it. We know he's a great hitter. And look at that, 407, 101 off the bat. And we are wearing out that part of their bleachers. And that'll bring in Harry now. See his postseason numbers. Nobody on and 1 out. Unbelievable offense production. There's the 0-1 pitch. There's a line shot right to Naylor at first, and that's a second out here in the second inning. Rocket shot, but Naylor was right there. Now take us to the top of the order, and Tom McVay Singled, stole a base, was stranded in the top of the first. 1-0 pitch from Burrows on the way. There's a line shot into right field, and that's going to drop in front of Adele for another base hit. So we're going to get a man on with 2 out here in the second inning. McVay 2 for 2 on the night. Now to bring in CJ. First pitch to him. There goes McVay. Ball, throw down, and he's safe with another stolen base. So 2 singles, 2 steals in 2 innings for McVay. See this replay. Great start. Slides in easily. It was a closer play than I thought. Snap tag there by Lopez, but he got in. So now we have another man in scoring position and 2 out. Full count on CJ. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball, second base. Young's got it, quick throw, and that's the 3rd out. But the Nationals, base hits galore in the inning, highlighted by the big 3-run shot by Eli Willits to give us a 3-0 lead in the second inning of Game 4. And leading off in the bottom of second will be Julio Rodriguez, one of their absolutely scorching hot batters in their lineup. Here's the 1-2 pitch. There's a little blooper over short, and that's going to drop in front of the left fielder, so they're going to get their leadoff man on here in the second inning. Julio has not been able to solve him. Now to bring in Young. He had 2 hits in Game 1. He hasn't had much since then, so we've cooled him off a bit. 2-2 count on him. Here's a pitch from Singer. And there's a pop-up on the infield. Okamoto, a couple of steps back. He's going to have that. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Nasty cutter there. Ate him up. And that'll bring in Young. 1 on, 1 out. He has extra base power. Got to be careful. 0-1 count and the pitch. And gets by the catcher all the way to the backstop. Just overcooked slider there. And Rodriguez goes to second on the play. Now we're going to have a man in scoring position and 1 out. Count goes to 2-2. There's the pitch to Young. There's a high fly ball in the left field down the line, and that ball is down and off the wall. Throw comes back in, and Young's going to have an RBI double, and just like that, Seattle's on the board and cut that lead down to 2 runs. That was definitely a hung sweeper by Singer. He's lucky he kept that in the park, and now bring in the red-hot Josh Naylor. Double and 2 home runs in Game 3. Works the count full. Here's the pitch. There's a pop-up up the first base side over by the World Series logo, and Harry Ford's going to have that big out there. Second out of the inning. Get a dangerous hitter out. Keep the runner right where he is, and that'll bring in Lopez. Hitless in the series so far. 0-1 count and the pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Willits has it. Throw to first, and there we go. 3rd out of the inning, but Seattle gets a double by Josh Young to get on the board. Cut this lead down to a 3-1 game as we head to the 3rd inning. And first man up here in the 3rd for the Nats will be Wyatt Langford. Grounded out his first time. See if he can get on base, get a rally, get that run back. 0-1 pitch from Burrows. Little ground ball to second base. Young's got it. Throw to first, and there's 1 up, 1 down here in the 3rd inning. Now to bring in James. Struck out his first time. See if he can get something going. 1-0 pitch from Burrows. As they smash to short. Grabbed there by Lopez. Takes his time. Throw to first. And there's 2 up, 2 down. Burrows trying to chill out our bats just a little bit. Now to bring in Vinny. Nobody on, 2 out. First pitch to him. The high fly ball in the left field towards the corner. Racing over is Stowers. And that ball is off the wall, made a jump at the wall and couldn't come up with it, and Vinny's going to be in with a double. Wasn't sure if that was going to stay in the park or not. Wasn't sure if he was going to catch it or not. See this replay. Pitch, he drives it the other way. Stowers runs over. He gets there and just misplayed it, and Vinny's on with a 2-out double, so we get a man in scoring position. See if we can get a 2-out rally going. That'll bring in Okamoto. 1 for 1 tonight, 2 for 12 in this series. 1-0 count. Here's a pitch from Burrows. There's a high fly ball left field, and that one is not coming back. Way out of here, off the scoreboard behind the Mariners bullpen, 448 feet. Okamoto got all of that pitch. 110 miles an hour, absolute nuke. And just like that, We are up 5-1 here in Game 4 as our power bats continue to just get extra base after extra base after extra base, and he just absolutely crushed that pitch. And yeah, I don't think this was the start the Mariners were looking for out of Burrows. Now to bring in Dunbar as they're leaving Burrows in the game. I'm not sure why. Dunbar up, nobody on, 2 out, 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center field. Racing back is Stowers, and that ball is gone into our bullpen. Back-to-back home runs by Okamoto and Dunbar. And it's now 6-1 Nationals here in Game 4. Man, I don't know what they're doing. I mean, do they not have somebody else in the bullpen that can come in? Dunbar gets another home run, an absolute missile to left center field, his second in as many games here in Seattle. I mean, they had Chase Dolander in their rotation. They could bring him in. They could have started him, but they chose not to. Now Eli's going to step in. He hit that big 3-run homer in the second inning and get the scoring started. 1-0 pitch is a high fly ball into center field, and Rodriguez will have that for the third out. But the Nationals' hot bats continue as Okamoto with a 2-run blast. And Dunbar with a solo shot. We're up 6-1 now as we head to the bottom of the inning. And first man up for the Mariners in the bottom of the third is going to be Ian Happ, as they are just shell-shocked. 0-1 pitch from Singer is a ground ball, and Abrams got it, and he takes too long. It's going to be an infield hit as his momentum took him too far away. And in those plays, you just kind of slide like you're sliding in the bag. Here's replay. Racing over, just slide, but he can't stop himself, so it's an infield hit, and the Mariners get their leadoff man on to start the inning. That'll bring in Raleigh. First pitch to him is a high fly ball in the left center field, and that ball is down and off the wall. Happ rounding third. He's going to score as the throw comes back in, and Raleigh's going to have an RBI double, cut it back to a 4-run lead. We've handled Raleigh for the most part. He gets an RBI double. Now bring in Stowers. He has been red hot in the World Series. And on second, nobody out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball. Abrams is going to have it. Throw to first. That's the first out of the inning as Raleigh moves to third on the play. Then I'll bring in Adele. Lined out to right his first time. Needs to get the ball past the pitcher or into the outfield in the air to get a run in. He's behind 0-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss and a pitch in the dirt. Throw it down to first, and he's out for the second out. Wasted opportunity there for Adele. That'll bring in Julio. 1-for-1 with a single tonight. Tough batter here. 2-2 count. And the pitch. There's a high fly ball into right field. Wood racing back. He's going to settle and have it. Singer gives up a run in the inning. Strands a man at third base as Cal Raleigh comes through with the RBI double. Mariners chip into it, make it a 6-2 lead now as we go to the fourth inning. And coming in finally out of the bullpen for the Mariners is going to be Chad Patrick. We saw him throw 3+ innings earlier in the series. Now he's going to come in and try and hold it to a 4-run deficit. He probably should have started this game instead. Either him or Dolander. And Harry Ford's going to lead things off now. Lined out to first base his first time. 0-1 count. And a pitch from Patrick. There's a high fly ball to the left field. Racing back is Stowers to the track, to the wall. Leaps. And it's gone! Harry Ford, his third home run of the postseason. And we can't stop hitting home runs tonight. My goodness. And now it is up to a 7-2 lead. It's our fourth home run of the night, and we're only in the fourth inning. See the replay. This pitch was down and away. He hooks it and just gets it over the wall. Stowers a valiant effort, but he couldn't get there. Now bring in McVay. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and 2 stolen bases. See his 6 for 16 in the World Series. Nobody on, nobody out. 0-1 pitch. A line drive over Naylor's head into right field. So McVay is going to be 3 for 3. 3 hits in 4 innings. And our offense just can't stop hitting the ball all over this park. It is nice and bright in the stadium. There he goes. Pitches a strike, throw down, and that's another stolen base. So 3 singles, 3 steals for McVay. The lighting in this park is excellent. It sucks during the day, but at night it is super bright. Great to see the pitches. 0-2 count on CJ. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball into center field. Rodriguez over. He's got it. McVay's going to hold as a throw. Strong throw comes into third. That's the first out.
Up next for Washington.
That'll bring in Wyatt. He's 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. RBI chance here. 1 out in the 4th. 1-0 pitch from Patrick. There's a line drive in the center field. Rodriguez got it. McVay stays as another strong throw comes into third base. That'll be the second out. That'll bring in James. Hitless on the night. 4 hits in the series. Big home run earlier. He's behind 1 and 2. Here's a pitch from Patrick. And swing and miss. He strikes him out on a cutter down and in. So get a home run for Harry Ford to start the inning. Straying a man on base after that. But now we have a 5-run lead as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. And Seattle will go down 1-2-3 in the 4th. So we're going to the top of the 5th inning. Vinny doubled and scored on Okamoto's homer last time. He's going to lead things off. He's down 0-2. Here's the pitch from Patrick. There's a ground ball, second base. Young's got it. Easy throw to first. And there's 1 out. That'll bring in Okamoto. 2 for 2. Single, 2-run homer. 2 runs scored. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch. There's a high fly ball in the left center. He did it again. Off the scoreboard this time. Second home run of the game for Okamoto. And it's now an 8-2 lead. It's our 5th home run of the game. We're only in the 5th inning. And we can't stop hitting home runs. They can't stop throwing pitches down the middle. And we are that much closer to a repeat and a sweep, boys and girls. Okamoto just crushing the ball tonight. Both of those off that scoreboard above the bullpen. And that'll bring in Dunbar. He's homer tonight as well. 3 hits in a series, 2 of them home runs, both here in Seattle. 0-2 count. And the pitch from Patrick. And a little, swing, trying to fight it off, and it's going to be a foul ball behind the plate, and Riley's going to have it, and that'll be the second out of the inning. Absolutely filthy pitch there by Patrick. Now to bring in Eli. 3-run homer back in the second. Look at that, 5 for 12, 2 doubles, 2 homers, 4 RBI, 3-1 count. Here's the pitch. And outside for ball 4, so we're going to get a man on with 2 outs here in the 5th inning as the inning continues. That'll bring in Harry, solo homer last time up. See, he's 5 for 13 in the series. 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss. He strikes out on a cutter down and in for the 3rd out. But Kazuma Okamoto can't stop hitting tanks here in Seattle. And extend this lead out to 8-2 now as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And we're going to hop ahead to the top of the 6th. New pitcher Troy Taylor coming in. He has done nothing but give up runs in this series. Seattle got a single in the bottom of the 5th, but nothing happened. So we're going to skip all of that and go to the top of the 6th inning. Leading off, Tom McVay, 3 for 3, 3 singles, 3 steals. See that 7 for 17 in the series. Heading to count 3-1, and the pitch. A little fly ball in the left center field, racing over Stowers. He's going to have that. And they're finally going to retire McVay tonight. And that'll bring in CJ. Nobody on and 1 out. Hitless on the night. There's a high fly ball in the right field. Adele racing back to the track. Up against the wall. Leaps. And it's out of here. CJ Abrams does it again. His 5th home run of the postseason. That's our 6th home run of the night, his 3rd in the World Series. My gosh, we just can't get... I can't even talk. We just keep hitting home runs right and left, especially here in Seattle. I don't get it. This is supposed to be a pitcher's ballpark. Went down and got that and hit look, it looked like a punt. That hit was so high, Adele had to get to the wall, and he just had to wait for it. Man, all right, 9-2 lead now with one out in the sixth. Langford at the plate. There's a line smash to right field, and we get another base hit. It's going to have a man on first with one out. Man, Seattle, they're going to have PTSD from this series. It's James Wood, hitless on the night. A couple of strikeouts, going to step in now. One on and one out. 1-0 count. And the pitch. There's a line drive over short, and that's going to drop for another base hit. Because Langford's going to stop at second. So 2 men on and 1 out here in the sixth. Then he's stepping in. He's 1 for 2 with a double. See, he's 5 for 14 with 3 home runs. 0-1 count. Taylor, pitch. There's a ground ball to short. Flip the second for 1, relay to first, and they get the double play they needed to get out of the inning. But C.J. Abrams hits another home run, and we expand this out to a 9-2 lead as we go to the bottom of the sixth. We're skipping ahead to the bottom of the seventh. No scoring in either bottom of the sixth or top of the seventh. Josh Naylor, 0 for 2 in the night, is going to lead things off. He's behind 0-2. There's a ground ball knocked down by Okamoto, and throw to first is going to be late, and it's going to be another, is it a hit or an error? You're going to give him a base hit. It's the second time he's knocked the ball down and couldn't make a play. Naylor gets another hit. So Seattle's going to have their leadoff man on. They're going to need a whole bunch of base runners to get back in this ball game. That'll bring in Lopez, 0 for 13 in the series. 0 for 2 with 2 groundouts. Hey, I'll take another groundout, get a double play here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And a pop-up into shallow center field. Racing out is CJ. And he's going to settle and have that for the first out. Wasn't a double play, but we'll take the out. That'll bring in Happ. First pitch to him. There's a high fly ball into right field down the line. And that one is gone for a home run. Had to wait to see if that stayed fair. Hanger. And Ian Happ hits his 3rd home run of the postseason, 2nd of the World Series, as the Mariners try and claw their way back, make it a 9-4 game. Might be too little, too late, though. Their pitching has totally let them down at home in this series. See, it hooked it, and I had to wait. Is that going to hit the foul pole? Is it going to stay fair? Is it going to curve foul? And it just hooks around the pole. And that's going to be it. That's it for Brady. I want this game to get out of hand. Back to the pen, and we're going to bring in right-hander Cole Henry. Surprise, he made it into the bullpen for this World Series. They liked him better than Maton. Hasn't pitched in the majors for a while, but decided, man, he's got better ratings, and I'm pitching, so hopefully that control number won't be so bad. Look at it right there. His control is only 50, but look at those hits per 9, his strikeouts per 9. You can see he hasn't pitched a whole lot in the series. He pitched early, but it's been buried in the minors, and first man he's going to face is Cal Raleigh. 1 for 3 with an RBI double. 1-2 count on him. Here's the pitch. And swing and miss on a pitch in the dirt. Strike 3 as we throw down to first and get the second out of the inning. That'll bring in Cal Stowers. He's 7 for 15 in the series. I told you, this guy is flaming hot in the World Series. 1 for 3 tonight. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Henry. There's a fly ball in the left field. Racing over is Dunbar. He's going to have that. That's the end of the inning. So Ian Happ gets the Mariners 2 runs closer with that 2-run shot. Like I said, it might be too little, too late. It's down 5 runs as we head to the 8th inning. And new pitcher for the Mariners, Andrew Nardi, did not pitch well against us in the last game. So they're just trying to find someone that can get the job done. And I don't know why CJ's out at second base with the bat in hand, but weird glitch in this game. And CJ solo homer his last time. Going to try and lead things off here in the 8th inning. Full count on him. Here's a pitch from Nardi. The high fly ball into right center field. Racing over is the fielders, and it's gone again! CJ, 2nd home run in as many at-bats, his 6th in a postseason. And it's 10-4 now. That's our 7th home run of the game. My goodness, what is... Check their bats. Are they corked? Are these guys juicing? What is going on? As we just can't stop hitting home runs in this park specifically. And now Langford's going to step in. He's 1 for 4 with a single on the night. He's like, man, I can hit home runs. Give me a chance. Full count on him. Here's the pitch from Nardi. There's a high fly ball in this medium center field, and Rodriguez will have that. And that's the first out here in the 8th inning. My God. Ridiculous. Now to bring in James now. He's 1 for 4 with his single. Nobody on and 1 out. Here's a pitch from Nardi. There's a pop-up. Medium center field. Rodriguez will race in. He has been very busy in the series, especially at home. And that's the second out in the inning. And that's it. Nardi's done. Going back to the pen. They're going to bring in a right-hander, Camilo Doval, who hasn't pitched in the series. This will be his first time to pitch. They probably should have pitched him over Taylor. Taylor's just been putting gas on the fire every time he comes in. Doval, much better pitcher. First pitch from him to Vinny. There's a high fly ball to right field, and that one is way out of here. Off the club seating out there in right field, and Vinny with his 7th postseason home run. That's the 8th home run in this game. That's his 4th home run in the World Series. My goodness. And now it's 11-4. First pitch he sees from Doval and just absolutely nukes it inside the foul pole off the glass. And that'll bring in Okamoto, who has 2 home runs on the night. He hits a smash into right center field, and that ball is going to drop and be a base hit as Adele cuts it off. It's going to hold him to a single. That's the 4th hit of the night for Okamoto. 2 singles, 2 homers. And that'll bring in Dunbar, who's also homered tonight. 1 on and 2 out. 11-4 lead for the Nationals. Game 4. 2-2 pitch. There's another. Are you kidding me? Dunbar, another 2-run shot. It is now 13-4. That's our 9th home run of the game. That's our 3rd batter with 2 home runs in the game. Dunbar, Okamoto, and Abrams. I have never seen a power display like this ever, especially in a World Series game. That pitch down and in, and he turned on it. This guy's got just absolute supreme power. And remember, he's a rookie, guys. He's a rookie. Look at this, 427. And we are just wearing out right center field and right field seats. And yeah, that's enough for him. Doval comes in and gives up 2 homers and a single. So back to the pen, and they're going to bring in their closer, Abner Uribe, to try and find somebody that can get an out. And this is the first time we've seen him in the series because they haven't had a lead late at all in any game. And Eli's going to step in. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Here's the pitch. There's a ground ball to first. Naylor's got it. He'll race to the bag, and mercifully, the inning is over. But we used 1, 2, 3 home runs in this inning. C.J. Abrams, Vinny Pasquantino, and Jeremy Dunbar to run this lead out to 13-4 as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. We're going to hop to the top of the 9th. Mariners went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the 8th. So Harry Ford's going to try and lead things off, and he hits a fly ball to right field. Racing over Zadell. He's going to have that. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 9th inning. Now bring in McVay. He's got 3 hits, 3 steals on the night. Here's a shot to left field down the line, and it's going to be down as Stowers cuts it off. He's going to have his 4th single of the night. Tom McVay just can't get him out. And that'll bring in Seaver King. He's going to bat for the first time. Brought him in defensively last inning for CJ. Let Seaver get his first World Series at bat. Full count on him. Here's the pitch. And there's a little jam shot to right, and that's going to drop and be a base hit for King. There we go. Get his first World Series hit. Empty the bench here late in the game. And that'll bring in Byron Buxton. We brought him in for Dunbar. Actually, no, we brought him in for Langford. We brought in Clark for Dunbar. Buxton, 0-2 count, and check swing, and he said he went around for strike 3 as the second out of the inning. I don't think he went around. Don't agree, but we're up 13-4. And that'll bring in James. He's 1 for 5. James moved to left field. Clark's playing right now. And 2 on, 2 out. Here in the 9th. Pitch is a ground ball to short. Grabbed by Lopez. Jump throw. And he airmails first base. So we're going to get another run as McVay's going to score on the wild throw. Now it's going to be 14-4. See this replay. Ground ball should have the end of the inning. Not sure why he didn't throw to second base, but the jump throw goes way over Naylor. He's not the tallest guy at first base anyway. So now going to be up 14-4, and Vinny's going to step in. He's got a home run and a double on the night. Second and third, 2 outs, 10-run lead. 1-1 pitch from Uribe on the way. There's a line shot in the center field. Racing over is Rodriguez, and a diving catch. Wow, he took away 2 more runs. Great play there by Rodriguez. He has been busy in this series at home and makes a great catch. And it's 14-4 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. And defensive sub here, Loma Vida is going to come in to play first. New pitcher for us is going to be Roki Sasaki. Let him come in and try and finish this game off. One of our early acquisitions, and he's been moved to the bullpen where his clutch rating should help out. And the first man up is Josh Young. 2-2 pitch, and strike 3 called at the letters. So there's 1 out here in the 9th inning. Just need 2 more outs to get back-to-back world championships. See this replay. Just blows it by him. 4-seamer at the letters. And Young can't do much with that. That'll bring in Josh Naylor, 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is a high fly ball down the right field line, and it is off the foul pole for a home run. So Naylor gets another home run. And it cuts it down to a 14-5 lead. I don't think they're going to get 9 more runs in the inning, but Naylor had a great series once it came back home to Seattle. Fans like, yay, we finally got a run. And I'm not sure why they're doing this celebration, man. You're down 9 runs in the 9th inning. See the replay. Hammered that pitch. Had to wait to see if it was going to stay fair or not. But doink off the pole. And that'll bring in Otto Lopez, 0 for 14 in the World Series. Nobody on and 1 out. 0-1 count. Here's the pitch from Roki. There's a fly ball in the left center field. Wood racing over, and he'll settle and have that. And that's a 2nd out. There we go. Just need 1 more out. And we get back-to-back World Series rings. Ian Happ, 3 hits tonight. He's the man that stands between us and the World Championship. Full count on him. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive base hit to center field. It's right in front of Buxton, so the inning continues. Happ gets another hit. I believe that's his 4th of the night. That'll bring in Cal Raleigh, 1 for 4 with an RBI double. Last chance here for Seattle in the 9th. 3-1 count on him. There's a pitch from Roki. There's a high fly ball in the center field. Buxton racing back. He settles. He's going to have it. And there you go. Your Washington Nationals, back-to-back world champions, as they come in and thoroughly demolish the Dodgers and the Mariners in the LCS and the World Series. That's their 10th straight win in this postseason. And this team was one for the ages, man. Their home run bats were off the charts, especially here in Seattle. Mariners don't know what hit them. And our guys proved that they are the best team in all of baseball. Both hitting, pitching, defense, on the base paths. And they got that trophy right there for the 2nd time in as many years. There's the trophy ceremony. Rob Manfred going to hand that over to our manager. And there we go. Back-to-back world champs. Our 3rd series in a row. Lost the first one in 6 games. And now we got 2 in a row. There's our team photo. There's the serious one. And there's the fun one. There we go, boys. A 3rd championship in franchise history. Go to the box score. 4 hits for McVay, 2 for Abrams, 2 for Pasquantino, 4 for Okamoto, 2 for Dunbar, 2 for Willits. We also had 3 walks in the game, 1 double, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 home runs, 3 steals by McVay. Pitching side, Singer gave up a late home run that kind of blew up his stats, but Henry does a great job. Sasaki gives up a run late, but didn't matter. We were way ahead. Happ has 4 hits in the game. Naylor had 2 hits. They had a couple of doubles, a couple of home runs, but their pitching was absolutely atrocious. Look at those numbers. God awful ugly all up and down. That box score. But in the end, we dominated these guys. Wow. That was amazing. That was an amazing run. I don't know what got into the team after those 2 losses against Arizona, but we just steamrolled our way through the rest of the postseason. Truly the best team in the league. And now let's go find out who your World Series MVP was. I want to say it's CJ, but we'll find out. And it is CJ Abrams. And James Wood is the playoff MVP. CJ hit .556 with 5 homers and 7 RBI in the World Series. Look at his card. Look at that. 3, 1, 4, and 2. Scored 6 runs and just absolutely crushed those guys. Started right here against LA. He just went nuts. And then they call it the NLCS MVP. It's really the first 3 rounds, non-World Series MVP of the playoffs. James Wood, 324 with 2 and 10. Over on the American League side, Kyle Stowers, 368 with no home runs and 3 RBI. Paulo Lopez, that's what he did before the World Series. He was 0 for 15 in the World Series. Take a look at these player stats. Tom McVay, 25 hits in 13 games. CJ had 20. Vinny had 18. Wood and Ford was 17. Okamoto 16. Langford 15. Unbelievable. Home runs 7, 6, 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. 13 RBIs by Wood. 11 by Dunbar, the rookie. 9 for Langford. 9 for CJ. Stolen bases, McVay 11. CJ 10. Buxton. And 4, he only had 4 at bats because he was pinch running most of the time. He had 9 stolen bases. Look at these OPSs. Seaver King got in at the very end of that game, but Pasquantino 1216, Abrams 1108, Dunbar 1022, McVay 1003. Pitching side, Paul Skeens 3-0, 30 innings pitched, 39 strikeouts, a 120 ERA, and 0.63 WHIP. McClanahan 3-0, 360 ERA. He brought it way down. If you look at his first game, 6 runs and 5 1/3, and then he just shut him down the next 2. Brady Singer struggled through that game, but got the win. And Cade Horton, another dominating postseason at 3-0, 289. Bullpen side didn't use them very much. You can see Alvarado gave up 2 runs in 2 innings. Roki 2 runs in 2 innings. Just didn't need the bullpen. And Duran, 5 saves and a win. What a great trade that was, right? And there's what we did with the team. 55 and 107 the first year. 81 and 81 the next year, and then 3 straight World Series appearances. Lost the first one, won the next 2, and that was just amazing run. And here's our achievement page for League Pennants won. We won 3 of those. A 100 win season, we got that one. Got another Cy Young Award winner. 3 World Series titles. We added on 2 to what they had when we started. I would say that was a very, very successful rebuild of the Washington Nationals. James Wood was here the entire time. Willits was here. He was our number 1 prospect. Dunbar we drafted. McVay we drafted. CJ was here the whole time. Harry Ford was here the whole time. And we never even got to see Lewis Haynes. Look at that. Never even made it. He's only 20 years old, B potential, can crush both sides. He was basically going to take over for Vinny when Vinny left. What more can I say? So that's going to wrap it up for the Washington Nationals franchise. We are done, guys. We have nothing else left to prove. I'm going to take a little bit of time off here, and then I'm going to come back with a new franchise, and I think I'm going to go ahead and get that thing started. We're going to do the San Diego Padres, but it's going to be a draft-only, modified draft-only, because there are some players that shouldn't be on the 40-man, which means I would have to cut them, and 2, guys like Merrill is 23 years old. I can't just get rid of him. So I'm going to go through, and I think anybody that's 23 and under will stay on the team, and everybody else we're going to cut loose, and we'll go from there and do a draft-only rebuild like we did with the Angels with slight little modifications. And I will allow myself 3 trades. I think I only made 2 last time with the Angels. We're going to allow ourselves 3 trades because we're going to have so many starting pitchers that we draft that we need to ship them off and get some hitters. That'll be for the next time. So make sure you come back and tune in for that. I want to thank everybody that has joined the channel as a sub over the last, 4 or 5 months. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for the views, the likes, the comments. Hopefully you guys are enjoying everything, and you'll come back for more. So you guys take care. One last time, go Nats.